Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Nerd Hour podcast. I was extra loud just then. I am so sorry. What's up?
Yo, what's good, people? How we doing today?
Uh, I know I'm sick. I caught a cold this morning. I was fine all week.
Well, considering your job, man, it doesn't really surprise me that you caught a cold.
I was I have no idea where it came from. Like I was fine all week. I didn't feel like any scratching in my throat. Saturday, I said I feel a little tickle in my throat this morning. I woke up full on sick.
Oh shit, it hit me quick. I've been feeling it, but I got like this zinc tablet that I like to take, and on
uh
top of that, like whenever I feel my throat's going itchy, I automatically go into like preventive mode. You didn't even have time for that.
no. I was just
Yeah.
chilling, and then that was it. Um,
Oh my god.
I just want to put this out here because I don't think we're going to be able to talk about it this entire recording.
Mhm.
Uh, so season, what is it supposed to be, like season 11 or something for Fortnite?
Yeah.
Supposed to launch today, and they doing this whole huge live event on Twitch and Mixer right now. So Fortnite's been down for at the time of this recording, 3 hours and 47 minutes, and
God damn.
they've
That's a
been
whole.
they've been putting numbers on the screen. It's like supposed to be like some code that you got to figure it out, and I don't know. It's weird. So it's like building hype around the game, but nobody can play the
Yeah.
game right now because they're doing this whole thing. Um,
Damn.
so
I
everybody's
guess
been chilling
I
for 3 hours, almost four.
I guess absence makes the heart grow fonder. Everybody's just probably like, "Oh my god, highlight of my day! I can't wait for this to go." You know what I mean?
Everybody's speculating like a new map or like creating a new world or something because it's literally is just a black hole. They're streaming a
Hmm.
black hole on Twitch's Twitch page, and
Hmm. What if it's somebody like bright idea of how to get by because somebody like epically fucked up? You know,
like the game's not
it's
ready
like
yet, and so it's like, okay, let's just throw this out here for the time being, put like some hype while we try to get this
make it
game
look
ready.
like right. Just make it look like we're doing like yeah. Just make it look like we're trying to build hype, but when the actuality we actually really
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah. So
We're
if
trying to
you,
fix.
for people watching the video portion, if you see me click back onto the Twitch's on the Twitch page, it's just because I'm checking up on it. Been sitting here for 3 hours and 48 minutes. Still ain't did shit. But I wasn't going to talk about that
Goddamn.
all too long. But I just wanted to put that out there. It's not like I didn't want to
That's how
talk
you know
about
you made it.
it.
That's how you know you made it. When you got a product and you can make people sit for like 3 hours waiting for that shit to come out. That's how you know
they
that you
really
fucking made it.
they really have to do something about their game because I kept hearing like people were saying like Fortnite has definitely been on the decline lately in terms of
Mm.
viewership. Um, they still have like a ton of players. It's just they're not getting any new players. It's because like the players that's in there is already just too good. But
Uh,
they have to figure out a way to continue their player base, I guess. So hopefully this season will be this that season for them. Maybe I kind of want to see it move
yeah,
over to
yeah.
Apex though, because I'm an Apex fan.
Fair enough. Apex is pretty dope, though I
Yeah.
haven't gotten a damn chance to pay it yet, and I'm upset.
Wow, it's free to play. I don't know why you haven't played it.
Dude, me and video games has just not been on the same page recently. There's so many like I keep up to date with them. I look at them, I'm like that looks dope. I really
Uh-huh.
want to go play. But you know what I should be doing right now? Working on my skill.
Wow, it's not like you
It just
can't
feels
say.
like I don't have enough time, and like I feel like the minute I pick up a game I automatically feel guilty because my art is tied
Mhm.
into me streaming and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, it's
So,
just like I I used to think there's never enough time. It's just I don't know how to manage my time properly when it comes to stuff I want to do or what I need to do.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
It's it's
always could
it's
find a 30 minutes to an hour to play like a match of Smite, and then I get off.
yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, my plan was originally to do it on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, since those days
Uh-huh.
aren't that important. But then I realized that my channel still needs a lot of improvement, a lot of freaking design choices. You know what I mean? But then
Uh-huh.
balancing that between working on my motorcycle and because that's really important,
Right.
and then like with drawing and like trying to up my skills, anatomy studies and all this other stuff, it's just games, no matter how much I really want to play them, especially Shadowkeep right now,
Uh-huh.
I just gotta like put it at the bottom of the priority list.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Shadowkeep
I
looked
keep telling
really fun.
myself
I watch
it
I was
does,
watching
it does.
streams. I logged into my account just to
Uh,
see the my power light jump from wherever I left it off to 750,
yeah, yeah.
and then I logged back out. I did not play a single bit of Destiny.
Oh god,
I just logged
I
on
just
and
felt
logged
kind of
off.
upset that I grinded for like 2 sets of the armor from my
Uh-huh.
for what was that event called where they got the armor that glows all shiny with
What,
arc solar
the
or
Dawning or
void.
something like that?
It's not the dawning. The dawning's more of a Christmas thing. This is more like a celebrating guardians kind of thing. But
Well,
anyways,
shit,
I
they
did
both
that
glow.
event. They both glow. But yeah, I did that event, man, and I got my armor up to 750. And I only did it because A, I like the armor, and B, I was all like, this is probably gonna be the best way for me to get my character up to 750 before it comes out. Then I don't have to grind when the DLC comes out. DLC comes out and you don't have to freaking grind. And I'm like,
Nope,
God
go
damn it.
straight to 750.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
Was it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that it just those things were looking pretty cool. Shadowkeep was looking fun. Um, Nothing's going on in Smite. I
You
mean,
said nothing's going on this might.
Persephone's broken, but other than that, nothing's really going on in Smite right now. um,
Yeah, it's just all these games just look super interesting and super
yeah.
fun, and I really want to play them, bro. Like with a passion, but like I automatically get a sense of guilt whenever I think about playing a game.
Uh, get over that. But
Yeah, I
I'm
probably
a,
have to get over it. I need to take a break from all this fucking grinding, anyways.
yeah.
I'm starting to feel guilty when I do it though.
It's like I'm pretty sure you have like even like 30 minutes to an hour to spare. I'm pretty sure you do. Um,
Mm,
because it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
like even if you're like back to back, like I'm going to draw for 5 hours. One, probably way too long unless you're streaming for that long.
Yeah, yeah.
But like if I'm gonna practice drawing for 5 hours, then I'm gonna work on my bike for another 5 hours, and then I got to go to work for 12 hours, and then you definitely don't have enough time in a day.
You gotta remember though, like I like hyper focus on things. So once I get started on something, it's like really hard for me to pull myself away from
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? And so I don't know if it's the same for everyone else. You know what I mean? I can't speak for anybody else but myself right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
People might be able to relate, but like once I start working on my bike, until I figure out what's going on, I will be stuck there for 8, 12,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, 10 hours out of the day, just stuck there until I figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Yeah,
It's
that's the thing.
one, it's unhealthy, and two, very unlikely because I know. Well, like for 10 hours for that number specifically,
Mm,
considering there's only 24 hours in a day, and you work for 12 of those hours. I assume 12 and not 8. But like you work for 12 hours of that day, and then
hey
you
man,
got to
this
draw, and
weekend was
then you got
big.
to sleep.
Yeah, this weekend, bro. I mean, honestly, I haven't slept much. I mean, it's not anything that's abnormal. This is sort of
Hmm.
kind of what my sleeping schedule kind of is. You know what I mean? I get enough to operate. But like especially on like the weekends, bro. Like I'm like, all right, Saturday, I'm just gonna work on the bike, see what's going on, and dig into it. And then the next day, like as of today, I just wanted to draw, but I had like such a low energy, like I wasn't able to get up until I felt like it was absolutely necessary for me to like, okay, we need to do something to kick ourselves in gear. I know what this feeling is, and I need
Uh-huh.
to find something to kick me out of it. Yeah, yeah.
But
But
I wanted to
yeah.
switch to my first topic that I have on here
All right, yeah.
was how bullshit Rotten Tomatoes is, and then the fact that Joker grossed 93 million opening weekend.
93 million.
Yep, opening weekend, and
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes is bullshit. So that that's all I
What's
wanted to.
Rotten Tomatoes saying, bro? I see nothing but good stuff. Yeah.
Well, thing is, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a score of 66%, saying that it
Okay.
was not good, but it wasn't inherently bad. It was 67% or whatever.
Who the fuck are these guys rating a movie? What are they rating by?
Just a bunch of pompous
What are their
assholes. That's it.
standards?
And then like,
You know
but
what I
the
mean?
audience can score too, and the audience gave it a score of like 90% or something like that. And it was a
Mm-hmm.
really good movie. I don't know if it's like 90% good, but it was a really good movie. Um, or maybe they gave it like 99. It was like really high up there, but it was a
Yeah,
really
it's
good
90
movie.
right now, from what I
Yeah,
can see. Yeah, I'm like everybody pretty much freaking liked it when they went in. So
yeah,
from what I can see, I still haven't gotten the chance to go up and watch it. I really want to go watch that. I really want to go watch it.
yeah.
Joker is pretty freaking dope. Yeah,
Joker was
but
fine.
the recent like did make me realize what my superhero was starting off. You know what I mean? I thought it was Batman, but
Uh
at the end of the day, it wasn't. It was Spider Man.
Wow.
It was the first one I got introduced to. Like
Yeah.
Batman is probably like my second favorite, when I had to put it through. But like Spider Man was like my first. You know what I mean? I remember scouring through the internet to find like animations of Spider Man. I even found like the 3D animated Spider Man. I was like,
Hmm.
yes. You know, I would always get excited about Spider Man. You know, and it took me the recent movies to come up to like trigger those memories of nostalgia. I'm like, oh yeah, like Batman's dope, but you know, Spider Man's where I came
Yeah.
from. Yeah, yeah.
I
Did
always
they
grew
do
up
any, like,
DC and Batman, so Batman DC
nah,
fan.
fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. 'Cause I think my love started. There was this random DVD just sitting
Hmm.
around the house, and that's how I got when I watch my movies. A lot of people are like, "You haven't watched this movie yet, bro? That came out and so and so." I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. My people weren't interested in movies like that, you know. So the only way I got to watch movies, the only reason I watched Jurassic Park was there was a cassette tape of Jurassic Park just laying around the house for some odd reason, and
Hmm.
then there was a Spider-Man DVD laying around the house for some odd reason. I know nobody bought, so you can expect that I watched these movies years after they came out. Or something like that. So that's how I got introduced to a lot of like some of the pop culture stuff, which is
Yeah.
kind of understandable as to why my pop culture is whack. My pop culture knowledge is pretty whack because
Eh,
I got drip fed it like very
yeah.
slowly and years after some of the stuff already came out and
Uh
happened.
huh. Yeah. You
Yeah.
get no references that I make at all, and then
I'm sorry, man. I know how it feels when you like when you make a reference or a joke and the other guy don't get it, but I'm like, oh, I wish I could understand it because I know I'm fucking you up right now.
because it's like it's not even like
Oh,
high.
come
It's not like a
on,
high
man.
tier joke. It's just like it's like if I made a joke right now and it's like, "Are you really excited right now?" and you scared, you would not understand what I was talking about at all.
Nah, damn sure. I damn sure don't.
So I'm like, oh man, that's like all a part of my childhood, and then like everybody's like upbringing was like that specific episode of the Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, yeah. I just can't, bro. It's been a long period of time with me no
But
TV as a youngin too. So when Saved by the Bell was going, I wasn't watching. I had no access.
dude, I did not have cable. We had one TV with cable,
Yeah.
but I couldn't use it or change the channel. So I had a TV in my
What?
room. I had a TV in my room,
Yeah.
and there was no cable hookup in my room. But for some reason, if I put, and this is like back in the day, if I put a hanger in like a hole and kind of twist it a certain way, I could pick
Oh
up
my
3 channels, and it was like I would
god.
sit up there and I watch The Simpsons very fuzzily. And like
Oh
it would
my
go in and out,
god.
or Judge, like it was like Judge Judy and some news channel, and that was it.
Just Judy.
So
That's
I
all I
was,
got.
yeah, I would sit up there watch The Simpsons, and then Family Guy would come on, and it was just like
Yeah.
it's like I can barely see what's going on, but that's funny. I like it, and I was like
Yeah.
really young when that happened.
All
And
right.
then
I need to hear though. What are some of the movies that you watched like over and over and over again as a kid?
um, I used to watch the Jungle Book movie
Mhm.
on repeat, and it helped me go to sleep. And
Okay.
it was the Jungle Book movie that came out in the 90s. But
Was there
I
two of them that came?
say what?
Was there two of them that came out? Did they make like a refresh of it or something?
Yeah, they made a Mowgli movie a couple years ago, and then they made a remake. Disney made a remake of the Jungle Book a couple years back too. And then,
Oh,
but
okay, okay,
it's not.
okay.
I'm not talking about the cartoon Jungle Book movie. I'm talking about the live action Jungle Book movie.
There's a live action Jungle Book movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I had that
I did not
movie,
know that.
and I will watch that movie all the time. I'm a pop it in Discord as like a little trailer or something. But I used to watch this movie all the time on repeat. This
The only one
and
that I see is the one that's saying in 2016.
oh yeah, yeah, no, not that one. But I will watch that, and then I'll also watch what's another movie I'll watch on repeat? It's a cartoon dinosaur movie. It's called We're Back. I mean, I will watch Jurassic Park with my granddad, and we will watch it all the
Yeah.
time. But I wouldn't watch it like I will watch Jungle Book and We're Back. And I would just put, and I had a old VHS player, and I would just pop the VHS in and
Yeah.
watch it till I fell asleep, basically. And then when I got older, I used to watch Pirates of the Caribbean until I went to sleep because
Okay, okay, okay.
almost it's like super long and sometimes boring. So I watch Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my god. So here's the ones that I watched. Mine's was Spider-Man 2 and 3 because we had the whole box set at the house,
Much
right?
later.
Right, much later, right? And then it wasn't even 2 and 3. It's probably like just 2. Yeah, it was
Hmm.
definitely just 2. Like I think it was the scene where he has to save Mary Jane as she's falling through a bunch of rubble
Hmm.
and whatnot. But anyways, I watched that one over and over and over, and then I ran into the first movie that anybody ever bought me was Jackie Chan and the Tuxedo,
Mm.
and I watched the hell out of that cassette tape over and over and over until one day they asked me, "What do you want?" Probably like 2, 3 years later, I'm like, I want the second version to this movie. There's a two that's out. I don't know how I knew. And then I watched the crap out of that thing. I think I was like a very huge Jackie Chan fan as a kid. And other than that, there was a bunch of Barney tapes, but I got those came before like
Right.
Spider-Man and Jackie Chan. I had no choice. That's the only thing I had to watch. And then
Hmm.
probably Power Rangers sometime
Yeah.
after
I have a
Barney.
Power Rangers movie on VHS, and it was a Power Rangers I'd never seen before. And
Yeah.
uh, like I was sit up there and I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I did not know this movie. I It was like Power Rangers. There's like a ton of Power Rangers now, but it was like Power
Yeah.
Rangers Rescue Force, I think is the name of it.
I remember that one. That one
They were
was
like
dope.
they look like firefighters or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lightspeed Rescue, yeah, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Oh my
I
god.
have a VHS tape of that, and I never seen a single episode of that series. I like it was
Oh
Power
my
Rangers,
god.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it was like the Neo Force, Power Rangers Ninja Force, Dino Squad, all that. SPD I would
Yeah.
watch, but
SPD was my shit.
I never watched Lightspeed Rescue. But I had this
Yeah.
on VHS, and I will watch that sometimes.
I like Lightspeed Rescue. I fell off when I think it was a dinosaur one.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I kind of fell off of like freaking Power Rangers. I think I was just getting too old at that point though. I still
Yeah.
loved it, you know what I mean? But I was getting up there in age to where Power Rangers just started looking corny to me.
Yeah.
But like SPD, like SPD Force, which one? I think it was the one where they went back in time. That was the one I really liked. And the one movie that like left an impression on me from Power Rangers, I think it was Power Rangers Overdrive,
Mm-hmm.
and they had vehicles and stuff like that. I never got a chance to watch. It's the same as you. I watched the movie, but I never got a chance to see the series in action if they ever did have a series.
Yeah.
But I remember my mom took me up to. I think at this time I was actually in Ocala as a kid. My mom took me up to Blockbuster,
Mm.
the one that used to be by the library,
Yeah.
and then we rented that, and I came back home and we watched like Power Ranger Overdrive. Well, I watched it, and she didn't
Yeah.
see too much of it. But
As it
yeah, it
always be.
was. Yeah, right. It was a pretty pog experience. I
Mm-hmm.
loved it.
Yeah, because I liked Power Rangers Dino, the Dino whatever that series was called,
Mhm,
because the leader of because it was only three Rangers. I think it was like a blue, a yellow, and a red, and that was it. And then
mhm.
towards the end of that series, a fourth Ranger appeared, and
Yeah.
he was also he also recruited the new Rangers. It was Tommy, who used to be the white and green Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and it tied those
Ah.
together. That's why I like Dino, Power Rangers,
Okay.
Dino Thunder, whatever it was called. I don't remember it.
Dino Thunder. I think Dino Thunder is actually it.
Yeah, whatever it is called. They have like so many of them. There's like Power Ranger Samurai, Power Ranger Ninja. There's
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Ninja Force was not. I think it
it
was Ninja or Ninja Force. I don't know. That one was actually
was
pretty dope.
something. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was
And
something.
it like because Power Rangers
Yeah.
Samurai was based. It was like very similar to Power Rangers like Ninja Force, if that's what it was called. But
Mhm.
in the Samurai version, they rode on top of a giant floating ship like they were pirates.
How does that make sense?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember watching too many episodes of it, but I was like, okay, this is a thing. All right now,
I
okay.
guess. I fucking yes.
But I love that in because you were talking about Power Rangers going back in time. I love in every iteration of Power Rangers, there's
Mhm.
always, I think it started with SPD, but and then
Yeah.
every iteration after that, they go back in time or they bring forth Power Rangers from different timelines to come together, and
Uh,
you see like all the Red Rangers together, and you like, oh, that's dope, or
I
you just see
did.
all
I
the
I did remember an episode like that where they had like Overdrive Power Rangers on with the like SPD
yeah,
Force Power Rangers. You know what I mean? All fighting together. It was like three
mm,
groups of Rangers from different times, and they came together to like stop this
yeah.
horrible enemy on a battlefront. I was like, yo, this is actually kind of sick.
They
Too
do
bad I
that.
don't remember where the hell these Power Rangers came from.
Yeah, they do that for every season now, just to be like,
Oh
look
shit.
at this, every Ranger ever in all of history.
Nostalgia. Come watch.
Yeah, it's just funny, how how it's just funny how back in the day it used to be Beetleborgs versus Power Rangers, and Beetleborgs is gone. I don't know if you know what Beetleborgs are.
I really don't, bro. Is it like the minions?
No, Beetleborgs is like it was this own thing that was very similar to Power Rangers, and it was just there's like a red beetle, blue beetle, and a green beetle.
What the fuck? Beetle Boys? Never
Yeah,
even heard of them, bro.
yeah, is
They must have been like subpar because.
yeah. It didn't go nowhere, but it was like kids getting like these powers that can transform them into superheroes, just like Power Rangers and stuff. But
Oh snap! It
yeah,
literally looks like a ripoff.
yeah, but Beetleborgs never went anywhere. But I remember like back in the day, like going to school, and it's like, nah, Beetleborgs is better than Power Rangers. And then look at us now, 20 like 50 seasons in, and Power Rangers are still going.
They never made it. They
Yeah,
never made it.
And then the Japanese equivalent to Power Rangers is Kamen Rider. And
Yeah, yeah.
Aaron got me on Kamen Rider.
I never got a
Um
chance to watch Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider,
I've
I
heard about it.
watched I don't remember which season it was, but it was like a while back. I had binge watched every single Kamen Rider because it was on Facebook.
Goddamn.
And it was like 18 seasons back then or something like that. So I had binge watched all of them and got caught up to the latest series. Like Kamen Rider is still going on right now. Apparently,
Goddamn.
Kamen Rider Zero is the newest one. Um,
Goddamn, bro. That's nuts.
and
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it's very. But
You
in
know,
Kamen Rider is just like one person. It's not like a group of people.
I got you. I got you. You know, there's SS Gridman,
Hmm.
SSS Gridman. It was made in a way to kind of pay homage. It's an anime though, but it was
Hmm.
made in a way to pay homage to shows like Kamen Rider and Power Rangers and all of the shows like what's that other show that they probably used to show that there's a whole culture behind it where they grow big. I think Ultraman was a pretty dope one. I love watching Ultraman as a kid, right?
Hmm.
The SSS Gridman is the anime, and they used it because the way that they made the effects and how the characters moved in the thing, they could have, since it's an anime back like platform, they could have made it. You know what I mean? All the monsters move in a very realistic way, but they made them move like back in the day when they used to have like the really long necks
Hmm.
on monsters and they like made a small miniature city so the monsters to go around and
Yeah.
rampage. Like they animated everything to look like that. Even the way the neck moves and stuff like that. You know, it's anime. If they wanted to, they could make the neck wiggle and do all this other crazy movements to like shoot fire out of it or anything. But they specifically made it the neck so it could look like it's a piece of foam on top of
No, I'm
something.
just sitting
So
up
you're
there.
looking at it. Yeah.
I'm just sitting there. This funny situation came in my head. There's like a bunch of
Yeah.
animators in the room, and then like I'm thinking of you on their team or whatever, and
Yeah.
everybody's like, "I'm in charge of lighting and effects. I want sound effects." And Greg is like, "I want to do neck wiggles," and somebody like, "No, no neck wiggle. We keeping this authentic." It's like, all right, I do the Wilhelm scream then.
Yeah, man, it was crazy though. You know what I mean, I can't say that was a huge I can't say I'm a huge fan. I like them now. You know what I mean, I like
Hmm.
them. There's nothing about it that me that dislikes it because back then they had to use what do you call the difference between special effects, CG? You know what I mean? They had to use
Practical
practical
effects.
special
Yep.
for the explosions and the suits that they made for the characters and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
So when you see a monster with a really long neck, you know that it's just a bunch of strings somewhere, or somebody's pushing buttons to make the mouth move, and then the guy's actual head is somewhere around the chest area,
Yeah.
you know. And just seeing that they made an anime that kind of is paying homage, and they went through the effort of like animating stuff to make it look just like how they make those practical effects, especially with the camera work and the explosions and everything.
Hmm.
And I was like, yo, that's sick.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like talking about Logan Paul? Because I don't know.
I mean, we could touch on it,
All
honestly.
right. I
At
was.
this
I
point, I'm kind of
was.
tired of his fool and he's
Yeah.
like
I
freaking.
was. I was looking up articles in the middle last week, and
Mhm.
on Twitter it was like, uh, the hashtag cancel Logan Paul came up. Oh, the hashtag Logan Paul is over party, and it was
Yeah.
just one. It took me so long to figure out why we were canceling Logan Paul again because and it was just people doing this. People were commenting how they were trying to see why this hashtag existed, but just keep seeing a bunch of Korea boos and K-pop idols. So they were
What?
adding to the chaos because they're like, I found one like K-pop video and like Blackpink and stuff, and then BTS, and then but
Yeah.
everybody else was just commenting how they're trying to figure out why we're canceling Logan Paul, but it's a bunch of Korea boos in the thread or something like that.
Oh my god.
And then I was
People,
like,
maybe people trying to use the tag to get their videos pushed out because they know Logan Paul is
yeah,
like a big thing now. You know what I mean?
yeah. But after extensive research, it was basically about an hour of me scrolling through Twitter.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
I found this dude. He has his own opinionated article on his own website. I don't know what this place is, but
Yeah.
apparently Logan Paul, like I guess they're promoting their new fight with his new fight with KSI. I don't know what's going on. Um,
Right.
and he commented on how KSI has had 5 abortions now,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, I'm gonna read this. It says that's 5 babies dead, and I think I'm gonna return the favor, and I might kill you. I might end you, man. And then this article says, despite being completely accurate in what he said, having 5 abortions is truly disgusting. The woke Twitter outrage mob immediately came for Paul, and he began trending under the hashtag Logan Paul is over party. Um,
First off,
yeah,
first off, this is probably gonna go in a different direction than most people would think, right? The abortion is between him
yep,
and his significant fuck buddy. You got no say in the matter. You know what I mean? It's their
yeah,
choice, their decision. You know what I mean? You can't. Well, I don't get why people are mad about decision made by somebody else.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
um,
What do you mean outrage? Let's outrage. You know what I mean? Let's hurt this man's money. You know what I mean? Because he shouldn't. I hope he has to live in a box because of a decision that you got no business even, talking about.
yeah. So everybody was mad that he was talking about like the dude's like public stuff, like his not public, but his like you know private stuff out in the public like that,
Yeah,
just to be like just to promote a fight. I assume they're gearing up for another fight. I don't know. I
yeah,
don't keep up with the dude, but
I don't keep up with the dude.
I was sitting up there. I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
fucking
everybody
wild,
still
man.
is watching it. This guy, like, he keeps doing stuff to piss y'all off, and y'all still watch him.
I mean, it's kind of people. People want to see what else he's doing. I mean, people don't ever really fall off, bro. It's one of those.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as bad publicity kind
except
of
there.
thing. People,
Yeah, except for I don't believe in that statement at all, and there is certainly
not
a such thing as
actually.
bad publicity.
But I actually watched like a psychological video from
hmm
like Wisecrack or whatnot, right? And the way that they explained it, dear me, like I am an idiot, trust me. So
hmm
I can't explain shit back to people as well as I would like to.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the way that they explain the video, it's people always want something to be mad at. You know what I mean? A lot of
yeah,
the time people go through their lives until something like triggers them and it fills them with energy. And the first thing that they go do is click on stuff, right? And that engagement is what other companies are looking for. So we're kind of fueling the economy
yeah.
by being outraged by stuff and talking stuff.
But
So no matter if you're like talking smack or talking good shit on somebody else's channel, you know what I mean? You're still like helping them, you know what I mean? So
yeah, well,
yeah, yeah.
this not in like a social media thing, but it is still kind of social media in a way. The reason why
Mhm.
I don't believe in there's no such thing as bad publicity is because there truly is. Mainly because we're in this time now where cancel culture is real, and not
Mhm.
the fact that Logan Paul will probably ever be canceled. Because before he did stupid stuff, I thought he was actually entertaining, and then he got a little too wild for my taste, and then I just opted out. Obviously, I'm not the age demographic that
I
he
just
you know
I just imagine
advertises for.
you on the plane on what was it? Jake Paul's plane or Logan Paul?
Logan.
Who we talking about again? Logan, right? I
hmm
just imagine you like 50,000 feet up in the air on Logan's plane, and, and Logan starts talking about like trying to pull some crazy shit and then you like slowly grab your parachute and be like, "Yo, you got a little too crazy for my case. I'm out." And you holding the
Like,
peace sign
I
while
don't even
falling
know
like
when it
backwards.
was. It was like it was when it was first when the Viners started moving over to YouTube, and I was like, hey, they're moving over to
Ah,
YouTube. I'm gonna try to support. I was watching Batch for the longest anyway. Uh,
yeah,
and then I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
I like Logan's vines when I saw him, and then I was like, okay, I was like, it's kind of cool. He's building like this wholesome type of YouTube channel, and then it kind of got like shock value. I guess he started switching over to shock value type of content, and then that's not like what I vibed with,
Ah,
and so I just like pieced out. Kind of the same thing with FouseyTube.
bye. Yeah.
It was like everything after that was like uh everything after like him getting a motorcycle. I kind of checked out for it because it's like he was getting into arguments with people all the time, especially like with Rice Gum. He wants to fight
Yeah.
Rice Gum. He wants to do this. He got in an argument with that person. He got kicked
So,
out of
so it was
here.
less about him
People.
writing at that point.
It was less about him like just staying true to who he was, and more about like how can I stay on top of YouTube. And then
The
that's
man's gotta eat.
I mean, people stay the top on YouTube without trying to be on the top of YouTube too.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you focus on
Like
your craft, you'll actually
the
provide
algorithm
good
changes so
information.
much. It's not like fake pranks are always going to be the thing, right? You know, fake pranks got left to win like immediately after people were like, "Hey, did you know this YouTuber faked their pranks? This YouTuber also faked their pranks." And then it was like, "Oh, we can't support a YouTuber that fakes their pranks." It was like, yeah, because walking up to a black guy and calling him an N word is real, and you're not gonna get your ass whooped. Okay.
You're definitely probably most likely. If you walk up to me, the word doesn't bother me as much. You know what I mean? So no, most of the time when I talk to people about that word in particular, it's hey, I'm a pretty sensible person, honestly, and it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? I'd ask you to not say it, or I just cut you out of my life in general. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But when it comes to like somebody else who's got more of a temper than I do, like don't expect to walk up to every black guy trying to test who's actually
It's
gonna
not
whoop
like
you.
me. I am more calm
Yeah,
than the average person,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that
for sure.
word has like how you say it towards me is gonna dictate how I respond to you at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, so if you just walk up, like, white dude just walked up to me, I don't even know the dude. He said, "What up, my nigga?" And I'm just gonna be like, "Okay, don't say that," and just keep walking. But
I don't know.
if you throw like hard R in there, and then you kind of say it maliciously, then I'm gonna have something to say to you with like words and fists, if anything.
Words if is. I can't see myself
Like,
fighting over it,
bruh,
honestly.
I'm a
Because
yeah.
yeah, I just can't see myself fighting over it because I'm always in a state of mind of not letting other people try to affect my mental state. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's been one of the things that I've been practicing over the years. You know what I mean? So if I'm in a good mood, like I
Hmm.
try to, no matter what happens for that day, I try to not let it affect me because in the
Yeah.
long run, it's kind of I
Yeah.
can't be upset about
I
everything that somebody gets
am
out of my
in
mouth. So
that camp. I am in that
yeah.
camp. But when somebody is maliciously doing something towards you
Hmm.
and they're going to keep doing it regardless of like I'm going to just ignore
That's
this.
different.
Yeah,
If
this is what I'm
if
talking about though.
yeah,
It's like if they're
yeah,
maliciously doing something, they need to be taught a lesson right now. It's not like
yeah.
but if like cuz I go to work all the time and then like so I just did a conference call and the lady asked me not to be sexist or anything, but are you good with children? And I'm like I just take a deep breath. I'm like, yes, I am good with children. Or you don't have to worry about the kids. And she's like, okay. Like that puts me in a headspace
Fuck you, me.
like what do you mean? Or like or I was at another place just last week and she
Yeah.
she said, well last year you were on your own and you kinda didn't do like we just want to make sure you bring somebody with you because you were kind of new. I said, don't worry about it. I got it this time. I'm not the same person as last year. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it. And it's like, well, I think you'll feel better. I'm like, I just calmly said, I understand what you mean. If you want, I can see if anybody come out, but I'm gonna let you know I have it under control. And
right, right.
I was training somebody all last week, so they came anyway, and I'm training somebody this week too. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
but so we went out there, and the first thing I told her is like, I'm training somebody, so if we move a little slow, I'm sorry about that, but this is how it's going to go down. And she was just sitting there with the like dusty mouth, jaw dropped, and I was like, yeah, yeah,
That's what I thought.
that's
This
what
is
I thought.
reality.
This
Get yourself a
happening,
champ.
but but like when somebody's like being malicious or something, they need to be taught a lesson
I
either
mean,
way. I'm not gonna
it's
beat
true.
somebody to a pulp at the same time. I know how to control myself. The last time I not beat somebody up over the word, it was in
Yeah, yeah.
middle school, and I don't know what happened. He just called me an N word with the hard R,
Oh,
and I snapped. Like I would I this is in the locker room at gym. I'm minding my own damn business. I'm just trying to change out of my clothes, and I want to go to my next class. That's all I'm thinking about.
right, right,
And then
right.
for some reason he called me the hard R, and what did I do? I like slapped him. Like it was like a very noticeable bitch slap. And while
Was
he
it
was
like was it a backhand or was it like the
yeah, it
front?
was it was a backhand.
Did you like wind that to the side, down to the
No,
left,
like if
up to the
me,
right?
like you or me were standing up right now, I was,
Yeah,
and it's a locker room, so it's like very confined space or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so he was like kind of like 5 inches, 6 inches away from me. So the slap happened quick. I barely had time to like think about what I was doing. My hand hit, backhanded him, and while his head went the other way, I had grabbed him by the shirt and pushed him up like a foot in the air up against the lockers, and then was just looking at him.
Say it again.
And
Say it again. Please say it again.
yeah, I did. I said that. I said, "Say it again, motherfucker. Say it again. Say it one more goddamn time." And like I was just like, I said, "Just give me a reason right now." And then I stopped. I put him down, and then the coach
Dude, I was
came around
teddy
because
bear.
he had his office in the locker room. He came
Yeah.
around and he said, "What's going on?" I said, "Nothing." And then I looked at him. He said nothing. I was like, the fuck I thought. That's the fuck I thought.
Dude, I was a fucking teddy bear, bro. Like, on top of that, though, I don't. It's rare for me to get angry for my own sake. On top of that, you know what I mean. So I was always more the person who would get angry for someone else as opposed to getting angry for myself. A lot of the
Mm-hmm.
time, I was a goddamn teddy bear, bro. Like, I'd get into a fight, I'd know I could whoop this guy's butt, but then I don't really want to hit him.
Wow.
I was a teddy bear, but like I've gotten into fights, and I can tell you most of them weren't even for my own sake, though. You know what I mean? It was always for someone else's sake. So like me actually fighting over the N word, if
Yep.
I wouldn't have to at that point, but that'd probably be the situation that I would like step up and be like, yo man, what's your problem? You know?
Well,
And then if they
I
want to act all freaking belligerent about it, then
mhm.
we go to fisticuffs.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
fought for anybody else's sake because I kind of want to see how it plays out.
Ah,
One,
yeah.
because it's not my fight. Two, um, I've only ever been in like one fight where not had to, but I punched and I whooped ass. But I've only ever been in one fight. The thing at the locker room ended before it even started. Um,
Ah, man,
but
you
I've only,
slapped them up though.
I mean,
Threw them against the locker room.
I wouldn't call it a fight though. It was like very one
he
sided.
had a chance. He didn't have a chance to swim by. He still whooped his ass.
Like everything was like a second. It was like slap, push. What's up? What's going on over there? Nothing.
You
Is
want to
there
take it to the
something
next
going?
level?
It's like, say what you said then. It's like, did you say motherfucker? I said, no, my mother was a trucker. Now what?
He was a sailor too.
But,
Now you know where I got it.
no, so like, I've only ever been in one fight. And because it takes a lot to push me to that edge, and you have to be really dumb to
Yeah,
do it, or you have to be very willing to get like hands thrown at you.
fair enough. Fair
um,
enough. Fair enough.
um, but I
Because
never fought for somebody else. The closest was maybe Aaron, because
yeah,
like freshman year of high school, like he had this big ass dude like came up to him and pushed him, and it was like
yeah,
the coolest moment because it was just me, Aaron talking, and then our friend Reno and a couple other dudes that I used to hang out with in middle school. We were all just sitting at a table talking, and this dude like walked up to Aaron while he was getting a soda out the vending machine, and like
yeah.
pushed him up against the vending machine, and we all stood up, and like dude just like, and the dude just like backed down and was like, and then, and then just walked away, and then we
I
just
didn't. Oh
like,
my
you
bad. I
cool?
didn't know y'all was down like that.
And then we, and then I think Reno asked Aaron, he's like, "You good?" And Aaron's like, "Yeah." And then, and then I think that was the closest that we was ever about to like. I was about to fight over somebody else,
Oh,
because
snap.
it
Yeah.
was like the dude was just trying to be a bully. Because he used, like Aaron said, they used to go to elementary school together. And he was a bully to him then, and he thought he could pull that shit off in high
Ah,
school, but
nah,
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 it ain't the
nah.
same. Aaron might be
It
still
also,
smaller than you, but he ain't got like you know, he got friends
yeah,
that could be
yeah,
like, "What's up, my dude?"
yeah. Yo, that's nuts. Yeah, my personality is more of a protective. I got more of a protector personality. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Nowadays, I've been building up like more of a resistance. Like if I,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Because I mean, I'm into like boxing a little bit. You know what I mean? I still try
Hmm.
to work on my boxing skills as much as I can. But when it comes down to like fighting, it's usually I'm very protective, if anything. You know what I mean? If I was with a girl, if I was with a friend or anything like that, I'd be way more protective and willing to fight over them than I would be for myself. For
Yeah.
myself, I won't fight unless I necessarily feel like I have to. Because I still consider myself to be a freaking teddy bear. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
For fun, I'll box and fight the crap out of anybody. Twice my size, the half my size. I mean, if I think they'll put up like a good fight, I want it even more. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I tend to not want to fight if I think I could actually beat somebody. But like if I think they could like really like, yo, this guy right here, Greg, you put him in the ring, he'll knock all your I want to see this.
What was it?
Yeah.
When I was after middle school and I was getting older, I was
Hmm.
definitely more aware, and it's the only reason why I try not to get in altercations all too much. I was
Hmm.
definitely more aware of like the consequences definitely just tripled. So it's no longer
Yeah.
I can like I'm gonna just get kicked out of school or something like that, or go to ISS. No, I could go to jail. I could kill
Yeah.
somebody. Not like my punch would kill somebody, but I could accidentally kill somebody.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, just like the biggest threat was jail and like being sued or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
so definitely when I got older, I was like, I'm not trying to get in any fights because I'm not trying to get one kicked out of school, two go to jail, or
Yeah.
or and
Yeah.
have that on my record forever.
That was one of the scary things for me is because the jail thing, it wasn't even jail, bro, but there was like a delinquent school
Hmm.
that was outside of my school where everybody who did dumb shit went. Like there was a kid who brought a gun onto the bus. You know what I mean? He couldn't come back to school anymore. But like there was like this delinquent school that's like off campus that they sent all these troublemakers to. It was
Hmm.
practically like a correction center for like minors or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And that's where they would go to school and like learn stuff. And they were like, "Hey man, I ain't learned shit when I was over there."
I I
I was in there, I'd be like, I don't want to go to that school.
I want to get off the like fight topics and like
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
kind of racism. It's not even racism, but like that usage of the word would rile
Yes,
me up.
yes, yes, yes.
To talk about good news, um, Tyler Perry opened up the first black-owned movie studio in Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh,
I think it's the
nice.
first movie studio in Atlanta, Georgia, first, and he's the first primarily black-owned owner.
God damn.
So like
Tyler Perry out
he
there
owns
doing
it.
God's work, man.
He owns it outright. Like there's no like company or like person that co-owns it with him. He owns it outright. That's like his thing. And I was like,
Damn,
oh, that's kind of cool, man. And then what made it even
that's
better, and
dope.
he said what made it like come like all the way around. And he said the reason why he opened it up in Atlanta, Georgia, anyway, was the fact that he when he was homeless, that's where he grew up was in Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah,
and he was homeless
yeah.
for a long time. So I don't know if everybody knows Tyler Perry's like come up story, but like he was homeless. He used to live in a dumpster, and then he I forgot how got discovered from his playwrights, and that's how the Medea stuff started. And
Hmm.
now he is who he is today. But he opened it up,
Cross
and
dressing.
well, he don't cross dress no more. Medea's dead.
Oh, did they kill Medea off in one of the movies?
No, it's just like he said he doesn't want to do Medea anymore.
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
That's
okay. He
it.
was getting kind of old, anyways, dude. The
Yeah,
first couple times was great, but it was getting kind of old after a while.
but so like he had like this huge like grand opening party, and like a whole bunch of people showed up, Beyonce and Jay
Mhm.
Z, Oprah, Will, and Jada, like,
Oh hell yeah, I
and
love it.
then it was cool because Will like he named like a couple sound studios after some of the celebrities that came. I know Will got one. I saw in an interview Will said he was so excited that he got one like a sound stage or something like that. And then
Yeah.
the next stage on the tour was Oprah sound stage, and he couldn't help but feel like, well, shit, mine ain't good, because I guess Oprah's was that much better.
God damn.
And it was just
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
But it was like, he said what was cool, like what brought it all back around was not only that
I'm
Atlanta
sorry.
gave so much to him. It was also the fact that it's on 300 acres of land that was previously owned by a Confederate army. So
What? Oh,
so black
okay.
man bought that.
Nice.
I was like,
Yeah.
congratulations, my dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait a I love it. I freaking love it. You know what I mean? I love
Mhm.
seeing things like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just so inspirational, motivational. You know what I mean? It kind of shows me like no matter what you're up against, man. Like if you like stay focused to what you're trying to do, you should be able to succeed. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You're gonna run into roadblocks, but if you really want it, bro, you can go out there and get it
But
as a black man.
yeah. uh, in other
Yeah,
news, though, I did, after a long, long time, started posting to Instagram again. I posted
I saw
two
that last
photos.
the first one.
One, yeah, one the I think was Friday or something like that,
Yeah, yeah.
and then one today, and I'm gonna post another one later. And I went out this morning and I took some more photos, so I'm back into posting to Instagram. So if y'all want to, y'all could go see that. They're of my
They're dope
stepsister.
pictures. They're really dope pictures. Your
Yeah,
stepsister is gorgeous, by the way, man.
there's some stuff where you don't have to say shit. I think that might qualify for it.
Nah, nah, I do not think that was a bad thing to say, man. Just calling somebody else gorgeous. Now, if I escalated it to something else and made it sound very misogynistic and very like I'm coming for her kind of thing, you know what I
It's
mean? But I
just
think
like
I'm
it's,
allowed to
but
say
no,
somebody
it's
else
like
is
it's
gorgeous. You know what I mean? It was a gorgeous
you're
photo.
very much allowed to say that. You ain't got to tell me.
Yeah. Oh. So is
it,
it one of those situations
it's like that's my
like,
sister
dude,
type
your
of
mom's
thing. Yeah, it's my
yeah.
sister. That's my mom's. You don't like. I don't want to hear it coming out of nobody else's mouth.
I
You
don't know. I don't.
understand?
I still. I
It's
don't. I
like
don't know.
it's you may not get it because it's like a brother protective thing.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just like I don't want to hear it from somebody like for example, I forget, it was Ratty.
I don't.
He had
Yeah.
DM'd me one time the first time I uploaded a picture of um my sister.
Hmm.
So my last what 5 posts has been of my sister, but he had DM me uh and say, "Damn, she gorgeous and she cute. What's her name? Who is she?" And I was like, "That's my stepsister." And then he was
Not
like,
that score.
"Oh."
Not that score.
I was like, "That's
Not
when I'll
that
be
score.
like, stop."
It's unintentional. It's unintentional, and that's going too far, bro.
Yeah,
But if somebody looks at me, because even me as a protective brother, and be like, "Your sister is very gorgeous," I'm like, "Yeah, she's adorable. She's still the same
yeah.
snot nose, annoying brat that I
But you
remember
said
changing her
you like
diapers." But
you
I
take
would
the
still look at me
word
like she's adorable.
you take the word gorgeous and you turn it into adorable in your head though.
Yeah, I mean
That's
that's
it's
because you know what I mean. Yeah, it's the same thing. That's how I see my little sister.
yeah, that's
Oh
how
my
you see
god.
your little sister. That's why I see her as this is
Yeah,
still the
yeah.
pain in the ass girl that used to get me in trouble all the time. And yes, I recognize she is beautiful, but I don't want to hear like my friends or like if it was just some dude I don't know say, "Wow, she's gorgeous." I'm like, "Yeah, okay. You can have that comment." But I'm not gonna let my friends have that comment. You get it?
I don't know. I still think that's weird. I still think it's
That's
weird.
not
I'm
even
sorry. No, no,
weird.
no, no.
You're the
I
weird
find it very weird.
one. You're the
No,
weird
no,
one.
no, no.
That's the thing.
I don't, because a lot of the times, bro, I feel like I'm being like I get shut down a lot just for like kind words or kind comments a lot of the time, and
Mm-hmm.
it's become like one of the things that I feel like I have to watch out for on the internet. You know what I mean? And I can't just compliment a lot of people a lot of the times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I hate I just hate that culture and feeling in general where I feel like I have to limit my words, even though I'm not saying anything technically bad. Not even technically bad. I'm not saying anything bad at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But
like
it's
people
like
kind of like insinuate like an extra thing behind the
but put
words.
yourself in the position of the other person and how
I
awkward
have,
that
bro.
no listen
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like put yourself in the other person's position and understand how awkward it makes them feel receiving a comment from somebody that's close to them to somebody that's close to them.
Nah, I'm sorry, bro. I guess we just probably not in the same mental state of mind, dude. Like
Obviously
I've been
not.
told my mom, I like because I've been told my mom's hot, and I'll be like, yo, yeah, my mom's absolutely gorgeous. You know what I mean? And I get told that by like friends, like, yes, man, she's absolutely gorgeous. My mom's beautiful. You know what I mean? Or they'll tell me, like, I'll just agree with it. I'm like, yes,
hmm
you know what I mean? Yeah, she pisses me off. Yeah, I hate
Now
when she
see,
growls.
see that
You
the
know,
thing is, if somebody
it's different way of
told
thinking,
me
bro.
that and I knew them, it was like, yo, your mom's hot. Yo, back the fuck up. That's what
You know
comes
what
out
I
of
mean?
my mouth. It's like I know, but I don't want to hear that shit from you.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't affect me the same way. Honestly, I can honestly say that. Now,
Yeah.
if it comes with if it's coming from a guy that's like constantly trying to hunt other girls down, and that's
hmm
the only thing he ever thinks about is how he's gonna get laid the next week or something like that, then it comes off little like, you know what I mean? Yo, man, yo, chill. What do you mean? You know what I mean? That's my little sister. We talk about,
it comes
you
to
know,
me either way. Whether you like
yeah, yeah,
you got true intentions or whatever, you don't come to me first. If you got something to say to my like how like as like if you're 40 something years old
yeah, yeah.
and you looking at my mom and then you think she's gorgeous and it's like, why are you coming to me? She's standing over there. I don't want to hear the shit. She over here. She over there. Go over there. You're a 40-year-old man. You talking to her 25-year-old son about how
Yeah.
pretty she is. I'm like, fuck off, fuck off. Go.
That's my mama.
that's like that's
But I get
that's
what you
my mom. But go over there and talk to her, not me.
Yeah. But in this specific situation, just gonna lay it out.
Mm.
I was commenting that she
Yeah,
looks
I know
good.
what you were doing. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it made me awkward. Okay.
I don't know if I should like. There's nothing I can do about that.
I'm not saying there's anything for you to do about it other than like just don't do it
Okay.
next time.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got
that's it.
you.
That's all.
I got you.
There's no
I got
like I'm not expecting a sorry. There's no like or whatever. Just don't do it next time. I'm just telling you now. Just don't do it next time.
you. It's
Watch,
the
it's
episode
gonna happen
behind
next
mine.
time.
I have a
So
very short memory
yeah,
span, bro, but it's not gonna be on purpose. You know
yeah. I
what
know it won't be on purpose, but I'll be like, nigga, what did I tell you last time? Oh yeah, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. It's like then you're gonna remember.
oh snap! Yeah, you're right. My bad.
It's like I don't want to
Yeah,
hear it, but
yeah. You
but yeah,
you've
I've
been
been posting,
watching.
so that's cool.
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I've been posting. That's cool. I took some photos this morning. That's cool. Took some photos of myself, which I need to edit because I was like, it's been 2 years, I think, since I posted a photo of me
Right,
on
beautiful.
anything. So,
It's been a good minute since I've taken pictures in general, dude.
so
I
I
think the
said,
last time I took pictures was when I hired you to do it.
was it because
Yeah.
today was like the perfect time because I finally got my hair braided.
Mhm.
Took forever because the girl I go to get my hair braided, she had a kid, and so she
Ah.
like was giving her time for that. And then I also didn't have a job when I wanted my hair braided, or I didn't have
Fair
enough
enough.
money to pay for it. And then I went up there to get it done yesterday, and it was
Mhm.
way cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
She dropped her prices.
Nah, it's just I expected like $50, $60, and I didn't have that at the time.
Yeah.
It
How
was
much
just
did you charge?
25. That was
25?
it. $25.
Maybe
That's
you
it.
should like at some point, maybe later on, like introduce me because I need my stuff braided, and it'd be
Yeah,
kind of dope if I have somewhere else that I can go that
yeah.
isn't like 30, 40 minutes away from my house.
Oh, it's gonna be 30, 40 minutes away from your house, period.
God
it
damn.
takes me 15 minutes to get there from where I live. So yeah.
Yeah. Have
That's
you
what happens
been
when
up
you
to
live
the
out all the way in in the boonies.
shores?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
wasn't gonna
god.
say it because it's on a public platform, but yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. I live at 1878. I'm not gonna say that far.
Like
But
I
yeah, that's when I feel like okay, I might have not. I should have not said that. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
It's like I already
Well,
said
you
too
start.
much. I didn't even make up a different number. I just said the number outright. It'd be like, I
Yeah.
can't confirm it or nothing because I don't know the address. I just know how to get there.
Oh, I didn't say the address. I didn't
Okay,
even say anything close to it.
because I can't
But yeah.
confirm it or deny it because I'm like I just know how to get there. I don't know where it's.
Oh yeah. I'm not dumb enough to put that much information out on the internet.
But
But
internet's scary sometimes.
it is, bro. It
Yo,
is.
Twitch and Reddit
Especially
just like the most toxic communities I've ever met. But that being said, our Twitches ain't that bad.
nah,
Our Twitch
nah.
communities are. My I try to.
Except
I'm
for that
trying to
one
build
guy that
wholesome.
came there that said that he you remember when I used to bully you back in high school? That guy who comes in with that.
No, that was just a copy pasta. That's
I
fine.
know it's funny and toxic at the same time, bro. You know what I
I
mean?
didn't get the toxicity of it because I see it in everybody's like every streamer that
I've
I
gotten it.
watch
I've gotten it one.
thing. But
It's like, hey
like
man, how you doing? Hey, you're doing great. Look, you know all that other crap. It's like, hey, yeah, man. Now I make 5 figures and I drive a Lamborghini.
yeah. But yeah, that copy pasta is always funny to me because it shows up everywhere, no matter what.
Yeah,
Like somebody's
it
like I'm watching a streamer playing Fortnite and it pops up out of nowhere, and I'm like, there's way too many people in this chat. That person ain't even for read that. And then
does.
or I'm watching an IRL streamer and this guy reads out like every single message, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, he read it. He's like, but he plays along with it every time he reads it. He's like, it's Tanner again. He's back in my chat. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tanner's doing good. I heard you got a big like was it but that's pretty
Oh
funny
man.
because I have the Fortnite thing pulled up, and
Yeah.
when some what they've been doing was going to like uh pulling up other people's Twitch channels and like showing them talk about the game or whatever. And then
Mhm.
people are in chat is like, F this guy, next streamer, please. Da-da-da. I was like, wow, what
Oh
a
my
toxic
god.
chat. Like, that's just
Oh my
weird.
god.
It's like, I never seen chat be like this bad. And then Reddit is a lot worse, in my opinion, when it comes to like just toxicity. I've just seen people
Oh
get
my
roasted
god.
alive, and it's not on r/roast me. And I was like,
That's
yeah.
wild, man.
But you were asking me, have I watched something?
Yeah, I was trying to switch the topic over to a bit of
Animu?
animu. Animu. I like how we both chose the same
Mm-hmm.
word choices and whatnot. Have you watched any of the new series that came out?
Uh, I watched the first episode of the fourth season of Food Wars, and that's it.
Food Wars.
Yep,
Oh,
came out the same
I
day
mean,
as My Hero.
fair enough. I'm gonna be watching My Hero tonight, but
Yeah.
I'm noticing some other stuff just based off of the images for the like videos,
Mm-hmm.
like for the like the thumbnails off from Crunchyroll. They look interesting.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm planning on going over to like my other website that I used to watch anime to see if there's anything that Crunchyroll does not have on there. You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean? And it looks
Mm-hmm.
like Fire Force came back this week. So the two new ones that I did watch was High School Prodigies Have It Easy Even in Another World.
Okay.
Because I watched that one and I was like, I like this. Everybody's a badass, but they're not like necessarily a badass in a
Yeah.
traditional sense. They're not like overpowered with like blades or anything. They're still overpowered, but like more in a modern kind of like real world sense. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I think it's playing on the idea that these people are so skilled that it doesn't matter where you put them at, they will still excel and
Yeah.
do that, like be on top of the food chain no matter where you put them at. You know what I mean? Kind of like Marines in a kind of, what's their saying? Adapt, overcome, or something like
I
that.
don't remember it. Just
Yeah, but basically, this is what this anime kind of
yeah.
reminds me of, and I fucking love it. It's wish fulfilling and stuff. And
Oh.
the other one was Ore Suki. Are you the only one that loves me?
Mm-hmm.
God, I love the way this one started off. I watched the first episode to that. Second episode is already out, but I watched the first episode to this, and I was all like, "Oh my god, I love it!" It's a great romantic comedy so far,
Ah.
and like this the twist. I was like on the first episode, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I was like, "I love it."
Was it? Yeah, I
Yeah,
watched the first episode of the new season of Food Wars. I
yeah.
finished Kaguya-sama: Love Is War.
Kaguya-sama Love Is War. I
That
haven't
was
even heard of that one.
that
Man.
was the one I was telling you about, where these uh president and vice president of the student council both love each other, but they feel like whoever admits it first is like the bitch in the relationship, so they would never admit it
Oh
first.
yeah.
Uh, so I was watching that. Finally finished that a couple of days ago.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was pretty good. It's one of those things where it's like read the manga. I'm not going to. That's how it
I'm
ended.
running out of good manga to read, bro. I keep running into like Korean mangas, and oh
Mm,
my god, bro. Like, if you think an anime like Sword Art Online is sucking the crap out of like Kirito's peen and making it look like it's freaking massive or something like that,
uh-huh.
then like watching a Korean manga is just it feels like everybody else's character development is based around the main character and talking about how good and amazing the main character is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what it feels like, man. I feel like I should like
Yeah.
copy and paste one of like one or two screenshots of a manga that I'm trying to read and send it to you. You're gonna be like, dude, everybody's just talking about how great this guy is.
I also started watching Kino's Journey
Yeah.
on Crunchyroll, and that's pretty good so
I've
far.
heard of that one. I've heard
Yeah,
of that one. I heard it's good, but I never got it. Like,
yeah.
I'm hoping that it's not one of the ones that falls off the bandwagon. One of the good ones that I never got around to watch.
It's
So
it's
I don't
it's
know.
not like it's kind of like I can't
Because I
compare it
know
to
it's not like
anything.
necessarily an action show. I know it's
It's
not like action. Maybe
it,
more
it's
slice of life, probably.
it's more, at least the first two episodes I've seen are definitely action oriented.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
just it's kind of like it's just like one-off stories. So he's just traveling the world, and he spends like 3 days in each country he goes to.
Okay.
Um, and then like the first country he went to is like a town where murder is completely allowed, or it's not prohibited, but that doesn't mean it's allowed. So it's not against the law, but the townspeople kills anybody that tries to kill somebody else, and he
What the
learns that.
fuck?
He learns that within the first 3 days because he met this traveler on the road, and this traveler comes to the town because he heard that killing was not illegal,
Yeah.
and so the first fight he tries to pick with is the guy he met on the road, and then
Oh
is
my
is this
god.
is Kino, and then Kino is like, nah, I'm good. And then the townspeople just killed the guy. And I was like, wow, that was a good episode. And then the second episode was pretty good too. It was just it seems like just one off stories, like his journey or whatever like that. Is like it's kinda like
Yeah.
philosophical, kinda like this is how the world is and this is how he deals with it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm watching that now, and Food Wars, I guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Eventually, I get
Yeah.
back on to my other stuff that I put on hold.
Yeah. I've been I'm just not realizing that one Nanatsu no Taizan. No Tazai?
I
I
have no
can't say
idea
English right.
what's the English title.
Uh Seven Deadly Sins.
Okay,
Sorry.
it's like
Sorry.
I
My
learned the
weed is
Japanese
too
for a
strong.
reason. I learned the
My
Japanese for a
weed
reason so I could show off, and everybody's like, what's the English title, bro? I don't know what you're talking about.
My weed powers came on too strong there for a second. But yeah, it's got its next season out right now, and
Oh,
I'm actually really interested in watching that. And
that's good.
also there's one that I remember I spoke about it on the podcast before. This guy that's running around, his head's literally in in the shape of a gun,
Oh yeah,
and it's called No Guns Life. So
yeah.
now I'm thinking it like just from what I've seen so far, small trailer and everything. I'm thinking this is a protagonist whose head was modified into a gun, but he doesn't use guns. So he's gonna fight sort of kind of like Batman and not kill people. I don't understand. I
Okay.
think I think the main character it just looks so wacky because his head is literally a gun, man. It's like a revolver, but I think the main thing about this is gonna be how he doesn't like he was built as a weapon or something, but he chooses
uh,
not to, or
uh,
something. I think you know what I mean, and I'll probably delve into that tonight and see what that's about. But that looks really interesting, you know. And I've been recommended some other anime, like there's one called the Overly Cautious Hero or something like that
yeah.
as an anime, and I was like, that sounds
Oh, I saw
interesting.
the first
I'll
episode for
watch it.
that. I
Yeah.
saw the first episode for that, and I was like, I can't watch another like dumb anime for like 12, like for 12 episodes, 12, 13 episodes. Like from Commonplace to World's Strongest just ended, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm glad it ended, like because I could not stop
I
watching.
was actually enjoying it.
It got somewhat good within like the one where he killed his classmate. That was a good
Yeah.
episode. The episode right after that wasn't all that great, and
When
then
he got a daughter?
yeah, when he got a daughter, and
I love
then
that episode.
it
She's
was not
adorable.
that was not a good episode. It was just like, okay, we put something here then. It's like that whole series is just how many harems can we give this guy? Like,
But he only has one girl on his heart, though.
for now, I guess. Like,
For now,
I don't
they're all
read the
vying
manga,
for
and I'm not sure if it's going to get a season 2.
But even if you did read the manga, bro, they're only gonna add more girls to his harem
Yeah,
collection.
exactly. It turns to it's like I'm only taking this girl back with me till I'm gonna take all 32 of these girls back with me. Whoever gets in my way will die. I'm like, okay, but
He's just gonna go around the world collecting cuties so he can come import them over to Japan.
yeah, but so
Yeah,
like that episode was pretty good, and then the last two episodes, no, the last episode was better than the previous episode before
yeah.
that. But that episode was good, and then the very last episode was good, but it didn't. I was like, I'm glad this is over after watching it because I was like, and I'm done. I don't know if you saw the last episode though.
I probably haven't. I'm probably gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, the another one that I've been watching is what was it? It's freaking Copcraft. Copcraft ended like last week, and God, Copcraft
Wait,
was a good one.
question.
What's up?
Did Don Machi season 2 just end on like a cliffhanger?
It definitely did.
I was so confused because it just introduced this character. Like the last 2 episodes was straight. Like if that was like if I'm looking at the season as a whole,
kind of like filler.
Well, it felt like filler to me. But so I was like, I'm looking at this. I was like, if this is the last 2 episodes of this season, it is trash. Like the whole show is like first season. This first season was good because it ended off on like him defeating the Goliath or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever that monster was called. And like the fights were pretty good. And then in this one, like the really good episode that stood out was Ishtar dying and him saving the prostitute girl. That was a good episode. And then
who isn't even actually a goddamn
and then episode 12 and 13 was literally Hestia getting kidnapped and they finding her and they staying at this village where he has to come to terms with his feelings for her. And then that was it.
Doesn't mean he's gonna accept any of those feelings, but he has to come to terms with them anyways.
Yeah. Well, he at the end of that episode he said, "I want to be with you," and I was like, "Okay."
Bro, we all know it's harem, bro.
Yeah, true. But I was sitting up there and I was so confused because it showed like the girl popping out of a hole in the dungeon. I was like, "Ooh, new baddie! I can't wait for next week." And I was like, "That's cool." I was like, "I can't wait for next week because these last 2 episodes was like boring." And then I was like, "We'll see you again in 2025." And I'm like, "What?" I don't know when the next season coming out, but like I imagine it's gonna be like another 5 years.
Probably not. They might try to roll off the momentum. If they're smart, they'll roll off the momentum and probably be like.
If they smart, they would have gave us a better ending than what they did.
Yeah, but there's so many people that already like the anime. They're kind of hoping that the people who like it already, or diehard fans, are just gonna come back when the new one comes out. Because that's how I feel about Full Metal Panic, Fumofu. Fumofu was kind of like the fun version of it. Just Full Metal Panic, that's kind of how I feel about that one. I just know that no matter what time in my life, I could be like 60, 80. As soon as they come out with a new season and I hear about it, I'm on it.
But my thing is like season 1 ended so good and then season 2 ended like on a like boring note. Unless like people really enjoy like that Hestia Bell thing, but I thought like the fight, like how season 1 ended was like it was hinting at Hestia and Bell, and then there was this huge fight at the end that was pretty dope.
Yeah,
this didn't end in like a huge fight. It was just the Hestia and Bell thing, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay, I guess it's over.
Point he had to confront his goddess's feelings towards him. You know what I mean?
I guess it's over though. Like whenever it comes back, I'm gonna watch it because I want to see it. Don Machi is good.
It was very anticlimactic ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it feels like this is a second time for me that they kind of done the anticlimactic ending.
Yeah.
Like there was the episode with the big bad. I'm like, how the fuck is a Minotaur fight when he's starting to grow a lot more fucking interesting than the big bad that he had to kill in the bottom of the dungeon by using like
Yeah.
his hero freaking level up power to kill
You're
this
right.
monster. You know what I mean? I'm like, that was the first kind of like anticlimactic ending. I'm like, well, there was really nothing interesting. All he did was throw
Mm-hmm.
a massive blast at this guy, and this guy like disintegrated.
Yeah.
I don't remember the fight too well,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is showing you the problem with it, right? I remember the Minotaur fight so much better than I remember that fight.
Same.
And then there's the recent where they just end on a love story between him and his goddess. I feel like something like that could have been thrown in the beginning of the episode and maybe end it with the fight between familiars. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
between the Ishtar family and Belle. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Or the games or the war they had to
Yeah.
play, or like
Yeah.
even
They
him
had.
saving the
Mm-hmm.
Fox girl. They could have ended on that note,
Yeah. That
but
probably
it
would have
was
been a
very
good ending. Really.
yeah. It just feels like they start off so strong, and then the end of it is like anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But people just come back because they like the series as a whole, anyways. It's not
Freaking.
a bad series. It's just anticlimactic endings. You're waiting for the next big thing, but
Yeah.
you just expect that the first big thing that you like about the show is probably gonna
Mm-hmm.
be the only thing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it should start off decent, end strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was
Or
it
you know what I mean? Yeah.
like Demon Slayer's ending? As much as I didn't like it, because I wanted to like it end on. Well, it was a pretty okay ending.
Yeah,
But I wanted to see one more fight after he learned like total concentration. I wanted to see one more fight, but we're not going to get that
yeah,
into the movie.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I wanted to see one more
But
fight
even then,
before
they
it
still got
ended.
planned for it.
But yeah, but that ended way better than the whole Don Machi thing, though. I was
Yeah.
like,
I love a good love story, but at the same time, the way the Don Machi ended, you know what I mean? It was kind of
hell. I
eh.
can't even say I love a good love story when they didn't really hash out like a love story for those two. It was kind of like a
They,
second thought.
you know, when you think about it, they didn't. It's not like he actually chose. In my head, basically, from what I see, it didn't look like he actually chose to like be with his goddess.
Mm-hmm.
I think he loves his goddess,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he admitted it at that point. But it doesn't look like he actually put a ring on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like next season that comes out, it's gonna be right back to where he was trying to holler at Wallen, what you call it,
I mean, yep, true. It's like
Wallenstein, or whatever
I
her
look
name
up to
is.
her. She's the one I like. I want to go out with, and I was like, "Yeah, go for it, kid. Like, yeah, you do that thing, man." But
You know what I mean? And
I
he's
guess
got so
not.
many girls vying for his attention. It's gonna be the same thing next season. There's multiple girls vying for his attention, and
Hmm.
he's not going to pick one. And if he does pick one, it's gonna be up for us to decide at the end. The anime is gonna end in such a
It's
way we're
gonna.
gonna be like,
It's like the
you know what I mean?
final
He picked her
season
and married
of
her.
Don
Yeah,
Machi, and then it's just like you just see like him and whoever's going to be in a wedding dress isn't going to have a head. It's going to be him, and their face is
yeah.
completely fogged out or something like that, and you got to guess who it is based off their body type. That's it.
Right.
That's how that's going to end.
Or
It's like
or
it's
or
up
it's
to
gonna be
you
even
guys
worse.
who he marries. It's like
Right. Or
I
it's
don't.
gonna be even worse, bro. Because I feel like they're not really trying to shoot towards like him and his like love partner
Mhm.
as much as they're shooting for the whole harem kind of thing.
I
So I feel
I
like
feel
it's
like
gonna
they
be
shooting.
ending with him in a tuxedo
Uh-huh.
and every single last goddamn one of them in a wedding dress.
I feel like they're shooting more for like the thing that Hermes has planned is like creating a hero more than they're
Yeah.
shooting for a love story because he doesn't really have a
Yeah.
harem. Like up until the Fox girl, it's only been two people. Because I'm not
I
even
mean, but
convinced
you still gotta
that
consider like the
uh
maids
what
at the
maids?
pub.
Oh, three. There's
They
but it's
they
just
got a
one of
thing
them.
for him.
It's just
You know,
one though.
pretty much everybody loves this guy. Just gonna
Isn't
put
that?
it out there.
It's not even
Majority of
like
the females in
everybody.
there, majority of the females in there loves this guy. You know what I
It's like
mean? Some
three
of them are
people.
very
Well,
like even
four if
more
you count.
proactive about it.
If you count um What's the goddess name? The one that's like has a thing for Belle and is going to eventually
I
steal
know
her.
what you're talking about.
I
I don't
forget
remember
her, but she has a thing, but she's not like Belle. How you doing?
actively part of the
Hey.
gang.
And it's like you got Hestia, you got the little small helper supporter.
Supporter,
Yeah, and then
supporter.
you have the one maid at the pub, and that's it.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even count Alice because I don't think she likes him yet. She's like looking at him like I'm interested
Alice,
about
Alice does not have bright love on the brain. You know what
like
I mean?
she
I
looks
doubt
like very inept at any type of feelings
she looks
other than
clueless as
rage.
fuck.
Like the last episode ended and I was like, holy snap. Did we just see an emotion from her when she was looking at like the dragon scale
Yeah,
and Belle was like, this is like a god to them, and she's like, this is no god. I was like, oh snap, that's an emotion. What?
like, are we gonna dig deeper into this emotion? It's like we should head back. I was like, God damn
It's like
it.
she just showed rage. I didn't. We never saw sadness. We never. At least I never seen her.
Yeah, yeah.
Her standalone anime, but we have never seen sadness. We have never seen like love or like affection or anything like remotely.
She
We
seems
finally
like
saw
just a
rage.
very she seems like a very like clueless. Yeah, I think I've seen kindness, if anything, but she seems like a
Yeah,
very I mean clueless girl that just kind of goes with the flow half the time.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But never any real strong emotions from her. You know what I
yep, yep,
mean? I feel like she's what like they're playing on her as she's a character that's like still developing and still figuring herself out.
yeah,
So she hasn't really like run into the emotions of love for another like dude. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Or anything like that. I think they're playing
yeah.
on her innocence a lot.
True. All right, we probably should end the podcast. Fortnite's still been down for 5 hours and 11 minutes. uh,
on that good note, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Fire Force is back this week,
this
and
week,
I'm about to
okay,
pop that episode
okay,
open. All right, we done.
all right. Thank you guys for listening. It is another long episode. We are so sorry. Um, but yeah, our
Yeah,
stuff is in the description as always. I'll make sure I put them in there. And like,
yeah,
follow,
and
comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
feel free to recommend any anime that you guys think is pog. If if you feel like it, tweet it. I mean, DM me, whatever you gotta do with all the information in that description box. No,
All right, and again, because I think it's on the last podcast, but new the channel or the video portion of the podcast always shows up on the Nerd Hour YouTube channel. Just search Nerd Hour. You could do hashtag Nerd Hour. It will pop up. And I have a playlist with all the episodes in it so y'all could go watch stuff. Okay, bye.
bye.